Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, happy Saturday, and I hope you are fine wherever you are. This is Kashi's Coming TV. If you're here for the first time, please subscribe. For viewers, please start by liking the video. Yesterday, we saw Raila Amolo Odinga beating a hasty retreat. Yesterday, we saw Raila Amolo Odinga starting to actually agree with Anyang' Nyong'o and James Orengo. Raila Amolo Odinga also started accusing the national government. You remember in one of my videos, I told you that Raila was planning to bolt out of William Samoei Ruto's government. In fact, the video was entitled Raila akuja mikeka. Kuja mikeka au kuja jamvi ni kujitayarisha kumaliza shughuli zako na ukatoroka. So I first want you to watch this video clip and see what Raila is saying here, because it's going to form the basis of our analysis. Watch here, guys.
Niseme kwa lugha ya Kiswahili. Nilisema za kwamba sisi tuko demokrasia. Na demokrasia kila mtu akona haki ya kuongea. Sama ya ODM tuliamua kwamba sisi tutakuwa na uhusiano. Lakini kukuwa na uhusiano sio kusema ya kwamba sisi yote tumeingia kwa serikali. Kwa mfano mnajua kule Amerikani serikali iko sasa ni ya Republican. Now they have a Republican government. But they used to have a Democratic government under Mr. Biden. Biden had some ministers who are members of the Republican Party, respect to the fact that that was a Democratic administration. Likewise, even Mr. Trump have got some ministers who are members of the Democratic Party. I'm saying Biden had ministers who are members of the Republican Party, and he was a Democratic president. And Trump has also got some Democrats in his cabinet today. There's no collision between Democratic Party and the Republican Party in the US. Secondly, we are running what is called a presidential system of government. We don't have opposition benches and government benches. We have what is called parliament as an institution. Parliament oversight the government. The executive implements policies. Parliament passes laws, and the executive uses those laws to govern the country. And then the judiciary, which interprets the laws. So there's really no collusion between ODM, no collusion between ODM and UDA. But it is an arrangement which is based on an MOU which was signed between us, and it was on open daylight. And there are very clear points in that MOU, 10 of them. And they are very explicit indeed. That's the reason why I don't see why people are bickering. When Mr. James Orengo talks, he's talking on the basis of an MOU between ODM and UDA. Orengo has not committed any crime. He has got a democratic right to say what you're saying. When Professor Anyang' Nyong'o speaks about devolution, he is talking the language of ODM. And I said it when we were in Siaya, that devolution was the most important feature of this new constitution. Ugatuzi ni muhimu zaidi katika katiba hii ambayo tulitoa Bomas. Ugatuzi. Lakini ugatuzi hajafanya kazi kwa sababu hatujatekeleza kulingana na sheria ambayo iko ndani ya katiba. Devolution has not been implemented the way it should be implemented. That's why the people are not reaping the benefits of devolution.
So, ladies and gentlemen, what made Raila to speak the way he is speaking here? What changed? Because this is not Raila that we know. I want you to notice one thing, that Raila did not say that Babu Owino is right, and don't say that Babu Owino is speaking for ODM, but he said that James Orego and Anyang' Nyong'o are speaking for ODM, but he deliberately chose to leave Babu Owino, deliberately, and I'll give a video about this maybe on a later day. Number one, in my view, why Raila is talking like this is because he realized that he's the one who is losing. Raila lost the battle when he started fighting James Orego. In fact, it was being said that State House and Raila Amolo Odinga had planned to impeach James Orego, the Sia governor, but it came out that the MCA were not boarding. It came out that it was not, people were not reading. And because it is Raila who was becoming unpopular and intolerant, he had to beat a hasty retreat. The same case applies to the principled Anyang' Nyong'o. You know, these guys have been associated with reform. And when you now seems to abandon your course like Raila had done, then it comes very clearly that wewe ndiye ambaye upo katika njia ambayo haifai. Number two is because of the local councils of elders. The local council of elders play a major role as far as Raila's politics is concerned. He keeps on consulting this group of people, and they work like they are an institution that arbitrate conflicts, especially among readers. And they keep on advising Raila Amolo Odinga. That's why you see Raila, before making any major move, he has to consult the elders. And he was told that your fight with James Orego is not the way to go. You are on the wrong. These guys will always tell Raila Amolo Odinga behind the scene when he is wrong. And he must have been told that he is the one who was to blame. He was the villain, and he had to join. And he was asked and was advised, the only thing that you can do is to agree with the two governors. Number three is because when you look at Raila Amolo Odinga had started so many battles. He had started the battle with Gachagua, battle with Anyang' Nyong'o, battle with Babu Owino, battle with James Orego, and many other battles, because even Sifuna is not boarding. Remember, he don't also say that Sifuna is speaking for ODM. So, ladies and gentlemen, the fact that he realized that he had started so many battles and it was becoming very, very difficult for him, it meant for him that sasa kile ambacho unafanya kinaweza kuletea madhara. I think he feared the many battles because of the consequences. And only a fool who does not change his mind. Raila has been in this game and he does not like to be seen to be losing. The other issue is about 2027. All said and done, there's an agreement in ODM that they must have a candidate, a presidential candidate, that is. Whether that candidate is going to be William Samoei Ruto, only time will tell. But akina Orego, akina Anyang' Nyong'o, akina Babu Owino strongly believe, akina Sifuna, that candidate should not be William Samoei Ruto. And Raila fears that if these guys unite against him, once they unite against him, he is completely finished. And by the way, Raila, good as he is, a reformist that he used to be, is somebody who is losing the popularity very, very fast. Unajua Waswahili wanasema ya kwamba simba mzee halali jiani. Yeah. But sasa huyu simba mzee siku hizi anaonekana akilala jiani baada ya mawido. Unajua simba anafaa kwenda kulala katika chaka lake. But this is now Raila, whom we are seeing a very different Raila ambaye analala jiani. Tafakari maana ya kulala jiani inamaanisha nini hapa. Lakini ukiangalia utakubaliana nami that Raila, the person we know today, is very, very different from the Raila that we used to know. He also made the big about turn because the ground is not with whatever he's saying. The ground is with the reformist. The ground was with Babu Owino. The ground is still with James Orego, Anyang' Nyong'o. Sifuna, and so on and so forth. So Raila is anti-ground, is seen to be anti-people. And when you look at it, finally, I see a man who wanted to steal the ladder. Yes, he wanted to steal the ladder. You know, Raila does not just sit down and make decisions. Sometimes this guy, Raila, all said and done, is also a populist. The fact that the popularity was waning, he now wants to steal the ladder from James Orego, and that's why he's now talking about devolution. That's why now he's saying he's actually accusing the national government. And I'm told that there's a lot of friction, there's a lot of problem between ODM and UDA. How watu wasikizani, hawaelewani. Now, UDA is not sleeping because they know in the fullness of time, Raila Odinga is going to show his true colors. How is it going to end, ladies and gentlemen? Please let me know. And have a lovely, nice weekend. Bye-bye.